Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking Keep Cool. Now, I am such a big fan of the Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Toner. You guys know this. It's like all I ever talk about. Like, shut up already about it. Like, I know. I adore it so much. I talk about it all the time, and you guys often ask me about the other products in the Keep Cool and Soothe line. And I think I finally tried them all. Now, this video, by the way, not at all sponsored by the brand or anybody else. I just happen to have all the products here. I've tried them all and I am ready to share my opinion. So I thought it would be fun to do a Keep Cool and Soothe line review. So if you're so ready to find out all my opinions, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. Now, Keep Cool is a cruelty-free Korean skincare brand, and the Soothe line really focused in on sensitive skin. These products are not containing any artificial fragrances, essential oils, or drying alcohols. Keep Cool does sometimes put essential oils in their other products, but I have heard from them in the past that the Soothe line is a line they try to keep essential oils out of. Let's start with the Keep Cool and Soothe Phyto Green Shower Cleansing Water. Now, this actually is a product that was reformulated. The original did contain bergamot oil, an essential oil, but it no longer does. So this is completely essential oil free now after it's been reformulated. This is a micellar water. So this is meant to remove makeup and sunscreen, excessive oil and dirt from the skin, but it has been formulated to be very gentle and hydrating to the skin. Now, this product uses what Keep Cool calls their Phyto Green Shower Complex. This is 4 different extracts that are really good at calming and soothing the skin. Now, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of micellar waters. Nothing wrong with them. I just personally prefer cleansing oils. When I'm gonna go in for that makeup and sunscreen removal, that first cleanser, that's my choice. So I don't have a lot of experience with micellar waters. That being said, I do enjoy this, actually. I really enjoyed this. Now, I used it a couple of different ways. My favorite way really was to use it in the morning on bare skin. I don't use foaming cleansers in the morning. I usually just wash with water, but there are those few occasions that I want just a little extra something. Maybe I was like sweating a lot in my sleep, which is super gross, but it happens, right? So I want a little bit of extra cleansing power on my skin just to break through some of that extra dried up sweat. That's usually what it is, honestly. Sometimes, you know, your skincare should absorb in your skin, but sometimes it just wasn't the right combo and you're feeling a little extra greasy from your skincare in the morning. So that's what I would grab for this. And I do like how this feels on the skin. Now, I am surprised at how hydrating it is. The only reason I say that is just because it's like, well, why would you need your micellar water to hydrate your skin? But it really does feel very gentle, hydrating on the skin, very respectful to the skin. This is not stripping 1 ounce of moisture from my skin, which is why it's something that I do trust for that extra cleanse in the morning. I did also use this to remove makeup and sunscreen, and this one is hard for me, I must admit, because as I said, I like oil cleansers. So comparing the clean that I get with an oil cleanser to this micellar water, it's like comparing apples to oranges. It's just not really a fair fight, right? So I'm trying to put the cleansing oil out of my mind and just focusing on this. It did remove base makeup pretty quickly. It did remove sunscreen really nicely. I hesitate just on the eye makeup. It did remove it. It loosened it up. Following everything up with the foaming cleanser after the second cleanser definitely took care of everything. I just feel like I was kind of like rubbing a little bit at my eye makeup, and I don't wear waterproof or anything, by the way, but I was kind of scrubbing at my mascara a little bit, and it did sting my eye area just a touch, like inside of my eye, not irritated around my eye, just inside of my eye. It got in there from all the rubbing, right? And it did sting a little bit. It wasn't like super pleasant, I guess. It's the one thing that I have to say, but where this really shined for me was more that morning cleanse. It does remove makeup. If you needed to do that, I think you'll be happy with it. But for me, it really shone in that area. The fact that it doesn't strip any moisture from the skin, it claims to be hydrating, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. No, it does actually hydrate the skin. I do feel that it left my skin feeling very comfortable, very comfortable. This is, by the way, one of those types of micellar waters. It almost feels a little thick on the skin, it almost felt like it wanted to like suds up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like it almost had a soapy feel to it. 100% you got to rinse this one off your skin. I don't think that they say that this is no rinse, but anyways, it's just like a pro tip. Definitely rinse this one off because it does have a little bit of a thick feel if you don't. Let's talk about the Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Toner. I can't not include this in the video. I will try to be quick about it. Now, star ingredient here is bamboo. 85% of bamboo water, which is rich in minerals and amino acids. Amino acids, such a good hydrator, natural moisturizing factor for the skin. Bamboo is also rich in silica, which actually helps to contribute to skin's hydration retention. So not only do we have lots of amino acids bringing hydration in the skin, the silica component actually helps keep it in the skin, fighting dehydration. So super good. Bamboo also is a really great anti-inflammatory ingredient. It has some good antioxidants in it. And interestingly enough, bamboo has been used for centuries in traditional Chinese medicine for wound healing. So it definitely has a nice healing and repairing benefit for the skin as well. Now, the toner does contain a couple of different interesting extracts, including a complex that Keep Cool calls their Cool Keeper complex. This is extracts that really bring a refreshing and cooling feeling to the skin. The texture is super watery. It's very light. It absorbs in the skin really nicely. Now, no moisture to this one. No like little hints of moisture or a slip or anything like that. This is purely hydrating, and it's really easy to layer up without getting any kind of thickness or greasiness. Now, why I rave about this product, as somebody who has dehydrated skin, you know, I always say I have a thirsty dragon underneath my skin that won't quit. It just wants more and more and more, right? So if that sounds like you, if you just have to pack in tons of hydration and it seems like your skin's never quite satisfied, you just need more, right? Listen up, because this is a type of toner that dives in super deep. It doesn't just hydrate lightly the top layer of your skin. This gets in there. Now it really sinks into the skin deeper, and it really replenishes this. Beyond just hydrating, it replenishes your skin with healing hydration. It is a little bit different. If you don't have dehydration, you know, you may not feel the magic in this. It's just may feel like a really nice hydrating toner, and that's great. But if you're super dehydrated, this could be your soulmate. You know what I mean? It really does just do something a little bit different than any other toner that I've tried. And it really just satisfies my skin so much. So I totally recommend it. To me, it is the star of the Soothe line. It is one of the more popular products from Keep Cool. I definitely think it's worth a try. Next up is the Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Serum. Yeah, they have a matching serum for this one. So this does also use bamboo. It's 66% of bamboo water, and they're combining that with 4.5% of Centella. And that is actually why this serum actually has a tiny little bit of like an amber hue to it. It's actually the Centella leaves. They're also including 2 active compounds found in Centella, azathioprine and madecassoside, really great at calming and soothing the skin. Other kind of notable ingredients in this include polyglutamic acid. This also has glycerin, sodium hyaluronate, and it also has panthenol. So the texture is actually like a gel type texture. It's very easy to spread across the skin. It's not super thick, you know, it absorbs in the skin really nicely, and it's very hydrating. Very hydrating for the skin, very plumping. Now, I would say there might be a whisper of moisture to this one, but quite honestly, it's really just all about packing in lots of deep hydration into the skin. This really doesn't have too much of a slip to it. It definitely doesn't have any richness. And the finish on top of the skin, you know, no tackiness, no stickiness, no shininess, nothing like that. I mean, really, I would categorize this very strictly as a hydrating serum. Now, this serum is really solid. You know, it does everything that it promises to do. It calms the skin down. I actually used this last year when I was recovering from essential oil use. Right around the time that I finally figured out that essential oils were causing all of my prolonged irritation on my skin, I kind of cleared everything out. This is actually one of the serums that I was using right after all of that, and it really did help me heal my skin up. I really just needed something super hydrating, super gentle with those calming benefits, and this definitely served that purpose. I have to admit though, it's kind of boring. And that's not a bad thing, by the way, but when you're somebody who, reviews a lot of skincare and try a lot of different things and talk about a lot of different products, in the grand scheme of super exciting skincare that offers brightening and anti-aging and anti-wrinkles and I don't know what else, anti-acne, this is really just a beautifully calming and hydrating serum. And that's not a bad thing. Like I said at the beginning, this is solid. It does what it promises to do. It does it beautifully. It just, to me, it doesn't stand out so much in the grand scheme of all the other skincare out there. But like I said, super solid, sensitive skincare friendly. This is a nice match too with the toner if you are very, very dehydrated and you're like, actually, all I need is hydrating. Pair this with the toner. It really, really does pack a punch for hydration. It feels so good on the skin. It definitely doesn't stand out as much, but it's still a very good product. All right, let's talk about the Soothe Lotion. Now, this is interesting because it can be used two different ways. The first way, super, super lightweight moisturizer. Really good for very oily skin types, very, very light on the skin. Or it can be used as an emulsion. Now this is something, not a product that's super popular anymore, but this is something you would put on just before your moisturizer. And it really is a moisturization boost. It's still super duper light, but it just brings a little bit more balance into your skin right before your moisturizer. Ingredients wise, this is using the Cool Keeper complex. That is a combination of different extracts that really do bring that really refreshing feeling to the skin, really cool down heated skin. This also contains 51% of bamboo water, really a superstar ingredient, right? And one of the stars of the Soothe line. And this also contains 7 different types of hyaluronic acid. The word lotion is just so ideal for describing the texture because this is really a fluidy lotion, very, very runny. This spreads across the skin beautifully and it's actually quite a refreshing product. That Cool Keeper complex is at play here. It's really shining in this product, in my opinion, because as you run this, I'm like imitating it right now. I'm like, as you run this across your skin, but as you do, you feel this burst of hydration and it's very cooling and refreshing. It feels really good if your skin's a little bit hot from being in the sun. This burst of hydration onto the skin sinks in really nicely and just the whisper of moisture. I honestly would categorize this emulsion as being more on the hydrating side than the moisturizing side. Very, very light whisper of moisture. Feels light on the skin. This doesn't have, surprisingly, this doesn't have stickiness or tackiness at the top of the skin. For 7 types of hyaluronic acid, I would expect some type of tackiness, but there isn't any in here. They've formulated this quite elegantly in the texture. I was very surprised by that. This just leaves your skin feeling very plump and dewy, but not shiny and not sticky. Now, I do like this product on its own. I mean, that refreshing and cooling feeling, it really is. It's so good on the skin. It feels great. It really does plump your skin up, right? That hyaluronic acid is working its magic here. I just personally, you might have heard me say this, but I just don't understand emulsions. For me, I don't find much use for them. That's just me personally. Me just trying not to, believe it or not, trying not to put too many layers on my skin. I just don't always find a use for them. I do tend to like a lot of nourishing moisture. So for me, this is never going to work as a moisturizer. And in fact, this actually really doesn't have any occlusivity to it at all. So I can't recommend this for anybody just as your moisturizer. I can't recommend it for anybody suffering from dehydration because you do need that occlusivity. You do. And this doesn't have that. So just like super oily skin types who just need just a little, like that nice little last layer, this could work for your moisturizer. But I think the majority of us would probably use this as an emulsion. If you really do want that burst of hydration, that cooling feeling right before your moisturizer, this really delivers on that front. But I don't know, for me personally, I really like the product, but I just don't find myself reaching for it because it just doesn't really fit into my skincare routine. So that's my only caveat, but I absolutely love how it feels on the skin. I love how it makes my skin look. If you're a fan of like like glass skin, you want that plump, dewy, hydrated look. I think that you can achieve that with this product. So it's really good. It's not one that I personally reach for a lot. So let's talk about another moisturizing option from Keep Cool and Soothe, which is their Phyto Green Repair Cream. Now this is really Keep Cool's take on a Cica cream. It really brings a lot of anti-irritation to the party, really relieving irritated skin. This uses centella and panthenol. It's also using the Phyto Green complex, which is the 4 different extracts that are very calming and soothing to the skin. Plus this also uses the Cool Keeper complex, which are the extracts that bring that really beautiful cooling and refreshing feel to the skin. Okay, so the texture is so interesting. I always I always try everything out on my hand before I put it onto my face, and when I pushed this out of the tube, I was like, wait a second. What? Because it's kind of like a chunky it's like a chunky cream, like a cottage cheese cream. Okay, this is getting kind of gross. It's just weird because it's not like a smooth cream. There's like some, like it just looks kind of chunky. But rest assured, as you, it's almost like when you warm it up, right? As you start to move it on your skin, between your fingers, the heat of your fingers warms it up and then it smooths out. And it actually feels so, again, it just continues to amaze me because it looks super nourishing. But when you first put it on, you actually feel, and this must be the Cool Keeper complex, because you feel this cooling, refreshing hydration. It feels super good, especially, as I said before, like on heated skin, if you just come out from the sun, or if you have that irritation, that cooling just does feel really good. But it cools and hydrates, but then it moisturizes. And it's actually a really nicely nourishing cream. It's got that nice nourishment to it, but I would say it's still on the lighter side. I really enjoy this. Some nice light protective occlusivity once it's absorbed in the skin. And the strangest thing of all, because it's chunky, then it goes super creamy and nourishing looking, then it feels hydrating and cooling, and then ultimately it feels moisturizing and protective. But the funny thing is, it actually doesn't have any shininess at the top of the skin, which I kind of fully expected, the way that it had that nourishment to it, that a slight richness to it. It actually doesn't leave any greasiness, no shininess, nothing. It has a really pleasing finish to it while still keeping the skin nourished, plumped, protected. I love this as a moisturizer. You know, you can use this as an anti-irritation cream just on areas that are needing that relief, right? But I actually love this as a full face moisturizer. It feels so good, especially underneath a mask. I've been really liking this for my mask wearing because it brings that soothing and calming into my skin that I'm just really, really needing right now. So as you can tell, I'm actually like quite a fan of this product. This is the newest Keep Cool acquisition that I've made, right? It's the newest of the products that I've tried in this video, but I'm just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is shooting up to be one of my favorite anti-irritation creams. It really is. And I'm loving that texture. I know I said it was chunky. I know that sounded weird. It is weird, but ultimately it ends up being so, so good on the skin. They also have a sheet mask in this line. It is their intensive calming mask. And I always get super excited when I come across any sheet masks that are essential oil free, alcohol free, and fragrance free, because it's kind of a rare thing to find a sheet mask like that, right? So I always love to review them because I know that you guys are out there who appreciate that in sheet masks as well. So ingredients wise, we have the Phyto Green Shower Complex, which is the calming extract complex. We also have Cool Keeper in here, which is going to bring that cooling sensation and relief to the skin. This also features panthenol, ceramide, and cholesterol. The essence is interesting because it is kind of like a clear, almost jelly type of essence, but it's got a little bit of a thickness to it. It's a clear essence, but it almost feels creamy. You know what I mean? It almost has that like moisturizing feel on the skin. And this is a really, really thin sheet mask. Like super, I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting regular cotton, but this is a very, very thin type of material, and the essence just coats it, just clings to it like jelly. You know, I actually really like that type of sheet mask because it's long lasting. It's always got really good cling. I put this on wrong. The little liner, you want to keep that on the mask because it's so thin. It helps you guide it onto your face without getting it all folded up or ripped or anything. But I put it on the top of my face. I don't know what I was doing, but whatever. I made it work, guys. I like how this fit. It was a little wide in the like nose and mouth area, but I feel like this clung to my face really, really nicely. The essence was super long lasting. I really liked it. You know, it's not one of those super impressive masks where you take it off and your face is like super bright, you know, and you're like, wow. It didn't have that effect, but I loved how it calmed down my skin. As you can see, I had some reddened pimples, just tiny little ones, but it did seem to reduce the redness. I do think they looked better when I took the mask off, and it did just feel really calming, hydrating, refreshing, like protective. You know what I mean? I really did enjoy this mask a lot. This is something I would keep around when I'm just feeling a little irritated, when I'm just feeling maybe a little dehydration on my skin. Maybe I am experiencing some irritation. This would be a good mask for that. It's not like a wow benefit, but it feels really good on the skin and very supportive for your skin health. And the latest release is the Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Sun Essence. This is SPF 50 plus PA+. This is a chemical sunscreen. It uses 2 filters, Tinosorb S and Uvinil A+. These are new generation chemical filters. They're super photostable. They have broad spectrum protection. This is a really great combination of filters in my opinion. And I love this product. I've actually talked about it quite a few times over the summer, so I'm not going to hit you guys over the head with this one either, but I really like this sunscreen. Now, texture wise, it's so elegant. I love the texture of this sunscreen. This has actually been something I just have been reaching for all summer long because it's so light on the skin. You know, sun essence is a great way to describe it because it does almost feel like skincare on the skin rather than like a thick sun cream, right? So sun essence is a lovely term that I think makes a lot of sense. It really absorbs in the skin quite quickly. It dries down really fast, so excellent for you makeup wearers, right? You're not going to disturb your sunscreen by going straight in with your makeup. And it just wears really light on the skin, and it reapplies like a dream. No pilling, no like thickness on the skin, no greasiness on the skin. It has no white cast, by the way. Just really overall really pleasing texture. And something else that I really like about this is the finish. Another reason why I've been reaching for it so much in the summertime, because it doesn't have shininess. You know, it doesn't have shininess, it doesn't have dewiness, no glass skin with this one. It's actually quite a neutral finish. It just looks like how your skin would look. It's not mattifying either. So I just really have been liking this, and because it's so lightweight, it's so breathable and easy to layer up. Again, another kind of mask care favorite, right? I like to wear this one underneath my masks because it's not super oppressive on my skin. I am a huge fan of this one. I mean, honestly, I say that the bamboo toner is the star of the line. I will stand by that, but this is a rising star for Keep Cool. This is probably going to be one of their most popular products that they have in addition to the toner. It can be pricey. It really can. It's like $25 for 50 ml of sunscreen. I know the tube makes it look a lot smaller. It is 50 milliliters of sunscreen, which is still not a lot, but standard sunscreen size for Korea, right? But if you can get it on a sale, it's even better, right? But it's a great performing sunscreen. I'm a huge fan of it. And like I said, I think this is going to be another super popular one from Keep Cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Keep Cool and Soothe line. You know, they have really solid offerings. I've never been completely disappointed by a Keep Cool product. I really haven't. They really do make some fantastic skincare. So I am curious to know, have you tried Keep Cool and are you a fan? Let me know in the comment box below. And if you are a fan, let me know your favorite product from them. If you haven't subscribed to my channel but you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I release 2 new Korean skincare focused videos every single week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Turn on notifications because sometimes on days that aren't called Tuesday or Thursday, I also release a video. Sometimes I do bonus videos, so you don't want to miss out on that. Come join me on Instagram too if you want to see some more K-beauty content from me. I share my nightly routines, and it's just a way to connect with me a little bit further. So come join me if you want to. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I really hope you guys are healthy, happy, and safe, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye.